Hey, thanks for finding your way here. I'm Mr. Watterson, science teacher. This year I'm teaching physics and astronomy here at Ladue. This is my 25th year of teaching, 20 years at Ladue. A big thing for me is I'm always about where the students are learning, so I just kind of take them wherever they're at and try to push them ahead for the next level. Quite often that next level I'm trying to get them ready for their college science classes. Physics, I do weight my grades. I also have weighted grades in astronomy as well. I'm planning to be old-fashioned this year. I like paper and pencil. Students will need to use a calculator and then just a folder for all the paper, all the handouts that I've been giving them. But I can adapt. I mean, I've been students starting and work electronically, but I prefer, and I think it's better learning. I kind of prefer old-fashioned paper and pencil. For physics, our first semester, it's pretty much that classic mechanics curriculum first semester. Second semester is electricity, magnetism, waves, sound, light, and then we finish up with a unit on modern physics. For astronomy, it's just a semester course. And really these chapters, these units would be overlapping. Essentially, it's just how do we learn about what's out there? How do we take a peek at what's in space, and then how do we figure out what all that stuff is? Really a big goal of mine, I'm always trying to have activities and labs for the students to do every day. I'm always circulating around the room. I really kind of set the pace of the class based on what those students' questions are. So please encourage your students to ask me questions. I'm always, like I said, standing around by their desks and always trying to give individual help, individual guidance. I do have a YouTube channel. I don't know how, I'll make some videos throughout the year, but really I've tried to become very conscious of the students' screen time. So if I do have a video, hopefully it'll be something that's pretty worthwhile. If you're curious about my class and you want to get your student to talk, ask them who they're sitting next to, who their lab partners are, ask them what they were measuring in class that day. Like I said, it's going to be a paper pencil class, I'm hoping. So ask them just kind of where they're keeping their papers. First couple activities is we just chasing these little cars around in the hallway and kind of marking where they are. And then from those data sets, we've done some hand-drawn graphs, but also I've been trying to get the students to use some of the graphing software on their computer, which would be something we use quite a bit this year. For astronomy, you want to try to get your student to start talking. We made some like frozen ammonia with some like different salts and ice in them to represent what was in Saturn's rings. We've been learning a little bit about the kind of the edge of our solar system and what we've learned and discovered about Pluto. We started kind of getting them peeking through some different optical equipment and kind of getting used to what a telescope is and how you can kind of make sense of what you're seeing out there. We did pass around a pretty big chunk of a meteorite that a former student had given me, and it's probably older than the Earth, which is kind of interesting. So maybe ask them what's the oldest thing you've ever put your hands on, and it would have been something in Mr. Watterson's room. Alrighty. But yeah, whether it's physics, whether it's astronomy, I am really all about just trying to help the students. A big influence on me was our former department chair, Dr. Burkhardt. Some of you may remember her. But she was a published scientist, did a lot of her postdoc work at University of Wisconsin-Madison. And what she did, she was able to kind of make these stains that could tag the RNA molecules and kind of identify their functions as they were moving around in the cell. But even though she was an AP biology teacher, she would also always taught about physics, always taught about outer space. And students would be like, why are we learning about this? And she would say, it's important to know that there's more out there. And I don't know, that's just something that kind of stuck with me and something I like. So yeah, if you have questions, I'm always about just trying to help the students, taking them where they're at, and really trying to push them and get them ready for the next level. Thanks for your time, everyone.